Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So happy Friday. I hope you're all doing really well. There has been a lot of collective energy. So much has been shifting, and many of us have been sensing the energy almost kind of revving up or amping up in a way. And this can manifest itself in many different ways, both in your physical material life, but also internally as well. So I would love to hear from you in the comments under this video if you do have any recent experiences with the energies that you'd like to share about. I would love to hear how you've been doing, how your life has been recently, and anything else that you would like to share with our virtual community here. So I'm going to get started by shuffling the traditional tarot cards, and my guides are asking me to start with the root chakra and to just begin channeling into anything that wants to come up around this chakra center. Now, of course, this is the first chakra center in the energy system, in the energy body. So we might actually be going chakra by chakra here, channeling different messages and dynamics that may be connecting with your own aura in different ways. But I'm just going to leave that a bit open-ended. And I'm adjusting the microphone a bit here, and I'm just going to see what wants to come up in the reading. So hopefully you have some kind of a comforting beverage. I personally have my water today, so hopefully you have your tea, juice, water, coffee, whatever feels best for you right now while you're listening. And let's go ahead and see what is going on in the root chakra. So the reason that so much of your life has most likely felt really ungrounded recently, or there's been a lot of this energetic intensity, I'm hearing maybe your routine has felt out of sorts. I'm hearing something about doing things backwards, like you might feel as though everything has been thrown out or thrown for a loop, or that you're doing certain things backwards or in a different order. For example, if you structure your day a certain way, you may feel as though that day structure is getting a little bit mixed up at this time. But I saw the number 333. And this can represent divine guidance. So it's almost like there is a divine purpose for those feelings of chaos. I'm getting that really what's taking place is a realignment, but often realignment can feel to us in our human form, with our human mind, as some form of disjointedness or chaos or even disruption. With the Ace of Wands, though, what I'm seeing is from a higher perspective, there is some very powerful new beginning or new phase of your life that is actually solidifying itself behind the scenes. Now, this is going to look different from person to person. So for some of you, I'm hearing this could be a new creative project. This could be a new friendship, a new connection. This also could just be a new iteration of your own self, a new phase of your own life that you're coming into. But I'm getting that through the process of this new phase, stabilizing behind the scenes, you might actually be feeling some chaos or disjointedness in real time. Now, I will say as well that as I channel more into your root chakra energy, I'm feeling that part of why you might be feeling a lot of chaos or intensity is because there may be someone who is very focused on you in a positive way is what I'm getting. But even though their focus is positive, it's almost like constantly feeling this person's energy or thoughts on you could be causing you, I'm hearing adrenaline. Maybe someone is like feeling these rushes of adrenaline, or maybe that's what this person is feeling towards you, like this adrenaline, this excitement. Maybe you feel like sometimes lately you're kind of running on adrenaline and you're not really sure why. This could be part of why, because and I do have to preface these readings, of course, if you're new, by saying that I do tend to channel into many different people and dynamics. And I like to refer to these as threads of energy because you get to pick the threads that resonate for you and weave them into your own psyche or your own life to help you confirm what your intuition already knows for you. So I just wanted to preface by saying not everything in this reading will most likely connect with you personally. So only take the messages that truly feel resonant for you. But I'm just getting someone's energy very heavily upon you in a positive way, but in a way that might at times, because it is such an intense amount of focus from this person, it might actually feel a little bit ungrounding to you unconsciously. So what I mean by that is, because we are all connected in the quantum field of consciousness, when someone is very heavily thinking about you or feeling things about you, you are able to sense that subconsciously. And it can cause you to feel almost like you're on high alert, like you are always kind of receiving some sort of energy hit because you're feeling that way because that's what's actually occurring in the quantum realm. And this can happen even unconsciously. So you might not even be aware of who this person is or how much they're thinking about you. I'm hearing contemplating, like this person is contemplating something regarding you. And again, this does seem to be very positive, but also very emotional. They're feeling a lot of positive emotion towards you. This might be romantic. This could be platonic. This could be a potential collaborator. So someone who wants to collaborate or connect in terms of business or finances. But what this person seems to be contemplating has something to do with the Hierophant here. So this could represent that this is someone who really wants to exchange something with you, exchange expertise, exchange knowledge. I'm hearing you both have something to share with the other here. There is like this educating each other or sharing knowledge. But there also could be an element of conventionality that this person is contemplating. So for example, if this is a romantic relationship, this person might be contemplating their own conventionality, and maybe that's some kind of obstacle to the two of you connecting. So for example, maybe they are in a prior relationship or a marriage, or maybe there is some kind of barrier, conventionally speaking, between the two of you connecting. But I do see this sense of this person wanting to have this balanced give and receive kind of exchange with you. They also come off very strongly in terms of decisiveness. So this isn't someone feeling wishy-washy about you. Yes, they might be contemplating in some cases, for some of you listening, some kind of conventional obstacle that could be here that won't be for everyone. I'm hearing what would other people think. That might be coming up in some scenarios, although that won't be relevant for everyone. But I am getting that regardless, there is this sense of them being very decisive about how they move towards you. I'm also getting a feeling that everything this person says or does towards you is highly strategic. So if they aren't yet making a move or communicating, this is because in their own mind, they're being very strategic about how they move forward with you. If you felt as though something about the way they interact with you feels like diluted or very measured, very careful, that's because they are being very decisive, but also very calculated, not in a negative sense, but very strategic in how they approach you, in how they communicate or move towards you. Why is this person being so strategic in how they move towards you? Okay, they don't want things to lose momentum. So they don't want to rush anything here with the Eight of Wands reversed and for something to lose its momentum. Yeah, they're being very cautious. There also could be some kind of situation involved here, like a separation, a breakup, a divorce, something of that nature, especially if this is a romantic connection, and they might be treading very lightly around whatever that disconnect is, whether it's from their past or something in progress. But again, there is this fear of backing themselves into a corner. They sense that you are someone who's very selective, but I'm also getting you are very warm-hearted, but your energy has this bite to it, meaning you are very kind in your interactions with others. You have a very warm heart, but also if someone shows you their true colors, if they kind of get themselves backed into a corner when it comes to you, your energy can have that bite to it where you are willing to cut people out of your life. You know your worth. You do not invest energy in something that isn't reciprocating or giving back to you in some way, even if that giving back is in the form of inspiration or upliftment, which, by the way, I feel that's coming out because a lot of what seems to be exchanged between you and this person, regardless of the nature of this connection, does seem to be some kind of energy exchange. It's an uplifting or mutually inspiring and positive energy here. Okay, so I'm going to be reshuffling the cards and seeing if we can channel anything else about this kind of ungroundedness that I'm picking up on in the root chakra. I'm hearing it's connected to the subconscious mind, but it's manifesting in your physical life. So this chaos has its origins in your subconscious or in how other people are subconsciously transmitting energy to you through the quantum realm. But this chaos might be manifesting itself physically in terms of events that feel chaotic happening in your life, in terms of the way you're feeling emotionally and that type of thing. But I am getting as well, there's something else going on here in the root chakra because we have the blessings card. So the root chakra isn't just connected to the subconscious mind. It's also related to the manifested physical world. So what I'm getting here are blessings that are or are soon going to be manifesting, really solidifying themselves in your physical life. And for some reason, your personal guides, your higher self, whatever cosmic forces you personally connect with, really want you to be aware of the pending blessings here, or maybe blessings that are beginning to show up in your life, but that you're going to be seeing even more of. And I actually feel I'm hearing spiritual gift. So one of these blessings actually might be internal. It might be related to some sort of psychic or spiritual gift that's been opening up within you. So I am shuffling the cards. I heard the name B, or maybe B for Beatrice, or just the letters BEA, or maybe there's symbolism of the insect of a bee or something like that. But here we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And I'm hearing going into the past rewrites the future. So you're retrieving something from the past in order to rewrite your future. And this involves breaking some kind of generational curse or ancestral pattern. But this is also related to a blessing that is manifesting in your life, which again could be connected to a spiritual gift. So let's see if I can channel anything else here. I'm seeing an orange dress for someone for some reason. We have answer the call. So this blessing seems to come with a stipulation, meaning, yes, there is this spiritual gift that wants to open up for you, but it requires you to break the chain and answer the call. And I'm hearing something about passivity. So you might have ancestors in your family line that were very passive when it came to pursuing their dreams or their purpose in life. And you may have been given that example of submission or passivity, especially if you are a divine feminine. You may have had many feminine energies who came before you in your ancestral line who were very passive in their demeanor, who never really took the time, or maybe they didn't have the luxury of the time to deeply get to know themselves on an internal level, to heal internally, to break those ancestral chains, and to answer the soul call in their life to really move towards something that lit them up on a spiritual level. And you are doing that now. So you might be retrieving some aspect of yourself from the past. Now, this could be through maybe you're seeing examples of the people that came before you through listening to them and hearing their feelings and their stories. And this is allowing you to learn from their past in order to rewrite your future. But I'm getting that in many cases, this is you going back into your own past in this lifetime and realizing what you've really valued is what I'm hearing. It's like realizing what your true core values are so that you can rewrite a future that allows you to live more in line with those core values, meaning you might have core values around creating or expressing yourself in some kind of way. And through revisiting how those values have shown up in the past, you are able to weave more of that into your future, which is leading to a deeper level of palpable soul fulfillment in this lifetime. But in connection with this, answering the call, which again, I feel is you breaking ancestral chains, but this is also requiring a lot of courage. This feels like a push or some kind of jump here, but answering the call, I'm hearing something about Jupiter. I'm not sure why, but answering the call seems to actually open a spiritual gift for you. When you have the courage to answer a call of your soul, it actually seems to open up a new gift or ability, or maybe it's strengthening a pre-existing gift or ability. So, okay, let's channel a bit more specifically into this. So, what is this call that you are answering? What call are you answering here? Okay, we have the Emperor in the reverse position. So maybe you are addressing dynamics of situations where someone was victimized by a person in power. Maybe this was you and you were held down or victimized by a system or oppressed in some way by a group or a person or a belief system, a religion, or something along those lines. This also could be you assisting others who have been in this position or giving a voice to those who are in this position. Interesting. We also have the Seven of Cups reversed and the Four of Wands in the reverse position. I'm hearing something about a broken home. So someone I'm speaking to here could be working with individuals who come from very traumatic, challenging homes or families or backgrounds. Now, of course, this also could be you as well, healing those traumas within yourself, re-empowering yourself, and through doing that, empowering others as well. People who feel that they have no other options with the Seven of Cups reversed or no opportunities. Now, I'm also getting that this might be less on a personal, individual level, and this could be how your energy is affecting others. So as you answer this call and you break the ancestral chains here, you are empowering those who are in systems where they've been oppressed or victimized by something, or maybe they were disempowering themselves in some way, possibly because of certain patterns that were instilled in them throughout their upbringing or their socialization. But you are coming up here as this Empress. So the fact all of this is on the root chakra tells me you are really stabilizing in, grounding in this Empress energy, this energy of freedom, of abundance, but you're also doing that so effortlessly. I'm hearing that you are stepping up in your life in such a way where you are choosing to seize opportunities in a way that you never have before. Of course, using discernment, as we talked about in the last reading, that difference between your yes and your no. Now, I can't remember if that was in the main reading or the Patreon extended reading, but in either case, we talked about the importance of having discernment in knowing when something is a no for you and when it is a yes for you, intuitively speaking, but having the courage to seize the opportunities that do feel like a yes for you. And I'm getting that is really what is moving forward your life and your creations in a powerful way at this time. But it's also setting that example that is inspiring others to take chances and seize opportunities in their own life. And I'm getting this generalized message that you are so much more of an inspiration than you even give yourself credit for. There are so many creatives, so many future leaders, people who are in the process of doing or creating big things in this world, who are either literally witnessing you in your power and being inspired by that, or even if they don't know you personally, they are sensing the energy that you are emanating, and that is inspiring them to the things that they are creating or doing in this world that are going to have such a mega collective impact here. Your impact is so much further reaching in the quantum realm and the physical realm than you give yourself credit for. So I feel part of why all of this is coming up on the root chakra alone is because we talked about that chaos and that destabilization. And the reason why you might be feeling chaotic or feeling destabilized is in part simply because you are being such an example and an inspiration to so many others. You have so many eyes on you, even if that's not in a literal sense, even if you aren't putting yourself out there publicly or on social media or being out and about. That really isn't necessary unless you're feeling inspired to that. And yes, for some of you, that might be part of your journey. But for others of you, understand just the energy that you emanate through how you operate in this Empress state is radiating a frequency that is being felt and responded to by so many others. And when they kind of send back that reactive energy towards you, you might feel it as kind of a disruption on your root chakra. But this doesn't necessarily mean that things actually are chaotic or derailing. It's that things are shifting very, very fast, in part in response to the kind of powerful energy that you are emanating. I'm hearing, in a sense, when you're in these states of conflict, one way to perceive it is you're feeling the collective that you are inspiring shifting and realigning extremely rapidly. It's just that your subconscious mind is interpreting that realignment as chaos. So I'm going to be reshuffling here, and I want to see if we can channel any more into these blessings that are manifesting in your life. So what are these blessings that are manifesting for you at this time? I saw an eagle, so I'm hearing the greatest blessing is freedom. Maybe this is a blessing you're giving others. Again, this gets back to possibly assisting those who are disempowered, leading others to their freedom, whether that's through your individual interactions with them or just through your example. But I'm also hearing your own freedom. Now, I did get the Four of Wands reversed, and this is going to be a bit of a strange message, but I'm hearing that for someone, your freedom has come through a separation, a breakup, a divorce, or a disconnect. Now, again, that won't be for everyone, but for someone listening, there was a hidden blessing in a relationship or a connection that actually fell through or didn't work out because it gave you your freedom. You are free of this situation that I feel may have actually been very heavy or very toxic for you. And that hermit mode in itself, with the hermit in the upright position, was actually a blessing, a space to really find yourself on a deeper soul level. And I'm hearing for many of you listening, I'm actually describing something that you've already gone through where you were disconnected from a person that you may have felt a very strong attachment to, and you may have been very resistant to that disconnect or that ending, but now you're really beginning to realize how much of a blessing it was, and how even the loneliness has been such a spiritual gift because it's allowed you to know yourself on a deeper level than most people ever get the opportunity to know themselves. What other blessings are you manifesting in your life at this time? And of course, right after we talk about this connection that you were freed from, they sent you into this hermit mode, but how that hermit mode was also a space for deep soul discovery. Now we get the Two of Pentacles, which is actually about a partnership that's very balanced. Can I get more information on the blessing of this partnership? A card just flew out here. Let's see if I can retrieve it. Okay, so with the Ten of Wands, I feel I'm speaking to someone who has often felt mismatched, either in co-working environments, in collaborations, partnerships, maybe friendships, romantic relationships. You've always felt as though you've been the one carrying the majority of the burden, and this has really weighed on you with the Ten of Wands. It's become very heavy and made you very tired with the Nine of Wands as well in the upright position. I'm also getting with the Ten of Cups in the reverse that ultimately, I'm hearing you had to sacrifice stability for peace. Interesting. So someone here may have actually had to let go of that burden that was exhausting them by choosing that hermit mode, choosing the disconnect in a relationship or friendships or socially that may have been bringing you some sense of 3D stability, but that was also very overburdening to you. And you've had some kind of major emotional victory here with the Chariot where you've overcome an obstacle, but I feel that obstacle was internal. It was this fear inside of you that had you holding on to something that provided some sense of stability, but that was also stealing your peace and causing you to feel very overburdened, very overwhelmed. And now this internal emotional victory, this freedom you're embracing is breaking you free from the karmic cycles that might actually be those ancestral patterns that we talked about that you're breaking the chains of with the Justice card reversed. It's like you're breaking free of that. And that is what is manifesting in this Two of Pentacles balanced partnership, because you are exclusively now holding the space for connections, relationships, friendships, however this is showing up, that truly are balanced, that have an equal reciprocation kind of quality to them. Now, I am picking up that with the Knight of Swords reversed, you may have someone here who is, I'm hearing, wanting to disrupt your peace. Now, they might not be wanting to do this intentionally, but it's like by them entering or re-entering your life, this does feel to have an impact that could potentially be disruptive to your peace. This might be someone who feels like they want to come back into your life very quickly because of this missed opportunity. It's not like they intentionally want to ruin your plans or disrupt your peace or anything like that. I feel this is someone who is just in really deep regret over maybe how things ended between you or how it disconnected, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship from the past. But regardless, I do feel that entertaining this person would be somewhat disruptive to your peace of mind. This is someone who is in a really low state in terms of their confidence with the Strength card, and the Strength card in the reversed, I should say, and also the Five of Swords. I feel like the real reason this person disconnected from your life is because something about you or this connection actually triggered their self-doubt or their insecurity, but they weren't willing to admit that even to themselves, let alone to you. And ultimately, this was self-defeating. They, in a sense, defeated themselves or worked against what they really wanted by allowing you or the connection to trigger some kind of vulnerability within them that they weren't willing to address. And at the time, it just seemed easier to walk away than to admit that it was actually a vulnerability being triggered there. But now I feel whatever path that they went down that may have been kind of like this attempted escape seemed to end in just another failure. Maybe they tried to pursue some other thing or connection or phase of their life or something that just ended up in another defeat or another dead end. And now this is causing them to realize that with the Two of Cups, their connection with you actually had the potential to be extremely harmonious and compatible with them on so many different levels, but they forfeited that when you triggered some kind of vulnerability or insecurity within them. And I don't feel that you at all triggered this intentionally. This was an automatic subconscious triggering that took place. And I keep getting the word intimidated, like they were somehow intimidated by you or by the way they felt with you. And I just get the sense of them somehow having broken their own heart here and sort of backed themselves into a corner. So now it's almost like they're trying to figure out how to get back into your life, but they're also feeling a little bit trapped in a cage that they put themselves in when they sort of jumped ship from this connection or from your life, pursuing something else or someone else that is now ended in some kind of failure or defeat. I'm hearing the distraction from the heartbreak didn't work. So it's almost as though this person actually was feeling heartbroken when they felt not good enough for you or felt triggered or intimidated by you. But they tried to distract themselves from that heartbreak with someone or something else that has now left them feeling defeated once again and now backed into this corner, feeling the heartbreak even more strongly that they were trying to escape from and wanting to work their way back into your life. So It's very interesting that this came out at the end of the reading as well. It's almost like, energetically speaking, this person or energy was waiting on the sidelines, kind of just watching, sitting there. And then at the end of the reading, they kind of swooped in. So that might tell you something about how this person might be observing you or fixated on you or wondering about you at this time, and how they might just suddenly swoop in out of the blue unexpectedly. But in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, we are going to be going deeper into this person's psyche. So what they might potentially be thinking or feeling towards you, as well as how they might approach you. But we're also going to be channeling into some of the other chakra centers. I'm really going to allow the collective energy on Patreon to guide that reading. So whatever manifests through there, I feel will be what we need to hear at this time. But we will look at as many chakra centers as dominantly seem to come up in that extended reading, as well as, of course, channeling any other messages or pieces of information that want to come through there. So if you are feeling a resonance here on YouTube and you are interested in exploring the additional extended messages, then the link to join our beautiful Patreon Soul Tribe is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. But for now, I am going to close this reading here on YouTube with the Rumi Oracle card, Victory of Miriam. You feel you are mortal, and I know you are divine. You feel you are not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I am living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost and all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage and magnificence, and any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks for which you were born. You are an eagle. It's interesting, we channeled the eagle imagery earlier, but anyway, you are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. So that feels like a perfect place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. Of course, all of these readings are truly co-creative in nature. So just by being present here, sharing your light, your love, your energy, you are having this co-creative effect on the readings. And I so appreciate you for being part of that. If anything here did connect with you personally, of course, I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you do feel guided to write a comment, you can also subscribe to me on YouTube, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings. And I do have an Instagram as well, which is at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. But otherwise, I am wishing you all a beautiful remainder of your day and weekend. And I look forward to connecting with you again in Monday's reading.